Buenos Dias Gunners Collective. Back at it, you already know. Like a motherfucking smack addict, right? And as you can tell by that thumbnail, being bound. We're talking about the penitentiary, man. We're going to talk about guys hard timing, doing their tiempo in the penitentiary. Now, some vatos wiggle while they work. They're not even really tripping. They're going in there. They're doing their time. They're conducting themselves as professionals, conducting themselves in proper manners. They're just doing their thing. You know what I mean? They're just trying to do their time, get on fucking down the road. If they get caught up in a few situations, well, I guess they get caught up in a few situations, you know? And it'd be like that sometimes. But at the same time, in a menudo style and direct fashion, we're talking about specifically guys that are hard timing in prison because they have women out there, prison wives, that are waiting on them, right? Now, let me tell you a little bit about me, okay? Number one rule I learned, laced up from my Theo, right? My Theo blessed me, man, with the proper education, laced me up in the game, didn't give me them book smarts, Holmes. I had to develop those on my own, you know? Those are still in progress, you know? I'm not going to sit here and say that I know more than anyone else or that I'm the smartest man on the block, but I will say that I'm not the stupidest. But what he did teach me was that in prison, you don't want a hard time. There's already a lot of hardships and a lot of frivolous situations that you can get caught up in. And then especially if you're conducting yourself as an active gang member, man, you got to go through a lot of struggle. You know, forever forward, you're going to struggle, you're going to strive. That's just part of the game. You know what you sign up for, you get involved in the mix, you're going to struggle. There's going to be some type of struggle. This goes for any organization, any group, faction, man. There's always strife and struggle in anything that you're doing. It's prison. It's not meant to be a fun place. It's not meant, so I was getting, hey, watch out. Here we represent the lollipop kid. It's none of that. Ain't no fucking lollipop kids in there, you know? If you got a lollipop in your mouth, so it's good. You ain't gonna be on that same yard with me. But Trip, number one rule, one of the things that he laced me up with, man, and it's always stuck with me even to this day, is he told me, if you got a hyena and she's not your wife, I mean, you really don't got an extensive relationship with her. She's just fucking your girlfriend or your hyena or some chick you're fucking with before you got caught up. Shake her. Shake and bake. Shake her, because you will be hard timing over your chick. That's the number one thing I seen guys hard timing. I seen guys on the phone, tell me that you love me. Right? They're fucking stressing. The word, what was that? No, but that was just a cat. Yeah, but no, it sounded like it purred. Yeah, it was the cat. Yeah, but no. The way it sounded like there was, that motherfucker didn't sound like a regular cat. It sounded like a lion. You mean, you got a lion in there, right? They're tripping off every little thing, every sound. You know, they're having a conversation, yet they're listening to the background. Man, I wonder if fucking the homeboy's in there. That motherfucker, I hope. You know what I mean? They're just stressed out. Their mind's playing games on there. Their mind's playing tricks. And 9 times out of the 10, she is in there. She is in there doing her thing. She got a vato like this talking about, yeah, oh no, we're sending your package. Don't even trip. What do you mean we're sending the package? I mean, I'm sending the package. I mean, yeah, right there. Right where? Right there to where you're at. You know what I mean? It's a cold game, you know? And when all these things are going through your mind because you chose to have a hyena while incarcerated, that's on you. No one's going to feel sorry for you. They're going to be like, huh, look at that baboso crying again. Right? It's just what it is. It is part of life. It is part of prison life. Now, of course, some of you guys are going to have hyenas that are 10 toes down, Holmes. They're in that concrete. They're with you. They're going to ride till the wheels fall off. And I've met many a hyena that's down like that for her old man. Just down, Holmes. You know what I mean? They ain't going out partying. They're not at the clubs. They're in their house. They're taking care of their kids. They're washing dishes. So I was scared. They're doing laundry. They're folding clothes. They're waiting. They're counting the days till their vato gets home, you know? And that's all they're talking about. You know, if you catch them on Instagram one late night, right? They're talking about, I can't wait till he goes home. Look, I got a heart right here for him, right? These are the ones that you know are with it. These are the ones you want. They're diamonds in the rough. They're rare jewels. Homes are very rare, especially nowadays where things are watered down, man. And it's just a little bit more fast paced out there than it was back in the old school days. You know, nowadays, vatos are sliding up in their DMs in the AM or the PM. You know, it is what it is. And especially if motherfuckers know they got an old man that's locked up that ain't getting out anytime soon. Pobres. See, they're going to try to have their up their ass faster than a rabbit gets. You already know what it is. It's a challenge, vato. Just like with hyenas, they see a vato with the wedding ring on. It's a challenge, right? This is part of the game. It's if you're susceptible to the mind games, if you're susceptible to that slick, smooth talking shit, right? And you fall for it, well, then you were never meant to be, and you were never a real one in a real way at real times. And that's just the way it was. You know, it was meant to be. But I have met hyenas on both ends of the spectrum. You know, hyenas that are down for their man, stay 10 toes down. Their vato gets out. The homie's like, hey, bro, was my hyena out here wiggling? You know what I mean? I mean, if she was, bro, I can't be mad. You know, I was in there doing my time. You know, it is what it is. And I'm like, nah, bro, fuck. She was solid as a rock. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, that's what's up, bro. And then there are the other motherfuckers that get out there like, hey, bro, was my hyena out here wiggling? You know what I mean? Oh, not really, but see, all right, let me tell you what happened, right? They're like, what do you mean, bro? All right, so watch out. You know, I ain't that way, Holmes. I would never do that, right? But you remember that one Thursday that you called and you were asking for yeah, you wanted her to send you that fucking that special deodorant? How you know about that, bro? I don't, right? You know what I mean? Just different situations, things that have arisen, you know, and I've seen a lot of things happen. Let me tell you a little story about me. So I had a homeboy that was doing some time. And close homeboy of mine, you know. I'm not gonna say he was my fucking best friend or anything like that, but man, we ran in the same circle. He was a homeboy. You know, homeboy since a little kid. He was my partner, man. You know, I'd do anything for him. I laid the life down on the line for this vato in that fashion, menudo style. Menudo. Directly I wouldn't even hesitate, right? And I had been out of the way. I think I was in prison for a while. So we hadn't seen each other for a minute, you know, since we were younger. And I remember I was chilling with one of my homeboys, and he was chopping up with some hyenas outside of a store, outside of a gas station. We were getting gas or whatever the case may be. So, of course, I slid up in their DM real quick, like, hey, what's happening, right? And they were like, oh, yeah, what's up? And I got one of their numbers. It was this chick named Mona, right? Got her number. She was cool. It was all good. Slid back to the pad, man. I'm chopping it up with the homie. He's like, man, her homegirl. Woo, I'm on her homegirl. I said, let's give him a call. So we started chopping it up with them. And they're like, come through to my homegirl's house tomorrow. Bam. So we slid on through. You know what I mean? And it was all good. That's what I'll say there. It was all good. The partying was real. They had a lot of homegirls. I started calling homeboys. Next thing you know, it's a full-blown party. Homies, their chicks. Everyone's kicking it, having a good time. And I remember telling her, she was like, where are you guys from? You know, and I was like, we're from Dead End. And I remember her eyes getting a little bit big. And I said, why, you heard about the hood? And she was like, yeah, I heard about you guys. You guys are a little crazy, right? And I said, nah, it ain't nothing like that. You know what I mean? We're just about our shit. We're just trying to chill and kick it. And so at the same time, I didn't catch it. My awareness wasn't up to par at that time. You know, I wasn't really thinking fucking this. I didn't care if she had no man at that time. I was a scandalous motherfucker when it came to that. That's not my problem. That's his problem, right? I wasn't tripping. Hey, ask no questions. They could tell you no lies. You know, what you don't see can't hurt you. So I didn't know, and I wasn't really asking. But anyway, so I'm kicking back, and the phone rings. You know, and this hyena happens to be in the bathroom. It's her homegirl's pad. Her homegirl's somewhere else. The other chicks are fucking dancing, fucking wiggling. Orale, am I Aztec warrior? Right? It was going down there. It was a party like that movie. I answer the phone, and Alvato says, hey, man, is Mona there? I said, who's this? Right now, I'm not tripping. I'm not on no fucking jealousy shit. I ain't tripping, man. I done already. I was good, you know? I said, why, who's this? And he was like, who's this? I said, this is Gunner. Why, what's up, bro? And he said, Gunner? From where? And I said, Dead End. He was like, bro, this is your boy Magoo. And I was like, Magoofy? He was like, yeah. I said, what's good, bro? What you doing, right? And he was like, just trying to talk to my wife, bro. And I was like, your wife? Right? The chick comes out and I go, hey. She was like, what's up? And I said, someone's on the phone for you. She said, who is it? Your husband, right? And I'm mad because this is my homeboy. This is my good friend. He's wondering what the fuck we're even doing there. Of course, I lied to him. I told him, hey, we're just right here. We met this other chick. And he was like, who's fucking with my old lady? I was like, who? My wife. Spell that. Right? You know what I mean? I was tripping. Anyways, I forgot what I told him. But, you know, I lied about that. You know what I mean? I wasn't going to tell him. I wasn't going to break his heart at that moment. And anyways, so fucking, she's arguing with them on the phone. I'm kicking back. The homies are like, what happened? I was like, fool, why didn't you guys tell me this was Magoo's wife? They're like, we didn't even know. I didn't even know he got married, right? I guess the motherfucker got married in prison. Nobody knew about it. So anyway, she comes out. I'm like, hey, I got to get up out of here. You know, now it's off limits. Now I'm cool, you know? And she was like, she had the phone still in her hand. She was like, here, Magoo wants to talk to you. I was like, what's cracking? He was like, hey, bro, you fucking with my wife, right? I said, bro, Look, I'm gonna be honest with you, homie, because you know I ain't never lied to you, man. Me and you have always been real, besides like the lies I just told you 10 minutes ago. I did, bro, but at the same time, you gotta understand, she manipulated me. So she's smooth, bro. She's a smooth criminal. What the she's worse than Michael Jackson. She's smoother than a smooth criminal. He was like, look, I ain't trying to hear all that, bro. When I see you, I'm gonna see you. I said, okay, then fuck it, Mr. Army Man. He used to be in the Army, right? I said, let's then be all you can be. You know what I mean? Whenever I see you. And it was a cool situation because His Highness was pitting me and my homeboy. She was causing division between two righteous homies, right? But at the same time, I wasn't going to bow down to him. It wasn't my fault. So I was getting, even if it was cold that night. You know what I mean? Forgive me. I guess, right? So anyways, we ended up seeing each other a couple years later, man, when he gets out. And he had been divorced and forgot all about it. And it was all good. We kicked it. And we actually laughed and reminisced about it. He was like, damn, that was cold, bro. He was like, I was struggling that night in the cell, going through it. Hella shit was going through my mind like, damn, is the homeboy 9 inches deep in her right now? I said, how you know I was working with 9? He said, I didn't, but I guess I do now. I said, damn, and in that fashion. You know what I mean? No, I'm just kidding, but Trip, there was a lot of things going on in his mind. I say that to say this. At the end of the day, there's a lot of vatos from a lot of different areas, a lot of different places that are going through that exact same struggle right now. They're worried about if their highness holding it down or if she's a real one. And I'm not here to slander any women and say, oh, they're all fucking out there, pirujas, peyoyas. They're all out there looking for the next man to take care of them. Charlie, some are. You know, some vatos give them the green light. They're like, look, mija, it's going to be like this, right? So I know you ain't got no money to give me, but you're going to come up with some, right? So you go ahead and knock you something, man. Get you a little Sancho named Pancho to fucking hang with and make sure my canteen is all the way correct. Make sure them quarterly packages are live and direct. You know what I mean? And they ain't tripping. You know, at the end of the day, the woman needs to reflect with herself and think, damn, does this vato really love me to just let me go out there and do this? You know, and I don't know. I've never been in that situation, so I don't know what that real love is. I don't know that kind of love, that unconditional or that open relationship type love. You know, I'm fuck that. I don't get down, right? But I've seen it. You know, I've had homeboys that are like, hey, bro, just make sure that my hind is straight out there. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck if you give her little peeps. I'd rather have you give it to her than someone else. And I'll be like, Charlie, bro, it can't go down like that. And he's like, why? I said, because I'm broke, bro. I ain't got no money. And he was like, yeah. Hey, pass the phone to baby, right? You know what I mean? Just different things, man. Different situation. Everybody is different. Okay, like I said, I have met women that are solid 10 toes down for their vato that's locked up. Vato's in there fucking singing them songs, you know? Hey, if you should lose me. And the girl singing the other part, oh yeah, you'll lose a good thing, right? They're just really into it, really into each other. She got a shirt that says he gets out in 20, right? He got a shirt that says, I really get out in 19, pero my Sancho's going to get a year in, right? It's just what it is. You know, and like I said, it's just a topic to touch on because I see a lot of prison wives. I see women that get hooked up with guys that are incarcerated. And that's something I also want to speak on. What is going through your antenna when you know the vato's locked up doing life? Okay, I'm not knocking the hustle, bros. Vatos that are locked up doing all day that happen to watch this, I'm mad at you. Get yours. Someone's play that loteria. Hopefully you get you a bingo. Hopefully you get you a good one, man. Hopefully you're winning, right? But what is going through the woman's fucking mentality and mind? How lonely is she to want a vato that's incarcerated? I got a prima that only fucks with guys that are in prison. Not guys that are getting out of prison, guys that are in prison. And she says, I get to have that relationship. I get to take care of my man. I know he ain't in there cheating on me. I said, shit, unless he's fucking with the chirujo. And they're like, well, I don't like to think that way. I said, but sometimes it be like that. You know what I mean? You never know what kind of yada is he on. You know what I mean? But at the same time, they're content with just having that correspondence and that type of relationship. Maybe their self-esteem is low, or maybe they've been beat on, or I don't know. You know, I can't speak on it. I'm just saying at the end of the day, some of them like that. They like that thug, but they don't want that thug really in their life. They ain't on no pock shit, right? They want that thug at a distance. Oh yeah, my man's locked up. Hell yeah, he's doing 20. And in that fashion, it makes them feel like they're bigger and better than they really are. At the same time, you know, they're looking at fucking Otino over there with fucking Tyrone like, God damn, you know, she's walking funny today, you know, and they're wondering how they can get like that one time for their mind. You know what I mean? And then his brother Dayron comes in and it goes down. But I've just seen a lot of girls, and it boggles my mind. I've always wondered and wanted to ask them questions like, why would you choose to be with the man that's incarcerated? I understand if you've known him from way back, you guys happen to get reacquainted, you know, someone hooks you up, a pen pal, and the guy's getting out in a few years, and you guys are going to make a life together, and whoop-de-wop, beep-de-boop, boop, 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 all that pillow talk bullshit, right? That's cool. And I hope that you guys prosper, and I hope that you live and fruitful and you have your kids and you guys have raised your family together, and hope it all works out. He don't go back, you don't go in. He goes in and out and out and in. You know what I mean? That's what I'm hoping. But at the end of the day, most of these vatos are not getting out, and these hinders are sitting there like a babosa talking about, so what was it again? 3 deodorants, 4 bags of Folgers, 2 things of Taster's Choice, and a partridge in a pear tree. Now, bitch, I didn't say pear tree. I said the little pear that they come in the thing. Yeah, those, right? But I'm not here to hate. It's just, I've always wondered. You know what I mean? It's just a question. It's something that I've always thought of. You gotta understand, I've done a lot of time. As a juvenile, my time, I didn't really write too many chicks. I really wasn't interested. I didn't have time for that. I was too busy worrying if my fucking head was gonna get scalped off. I was too worried about fucking if my wounds were gonna heal from getting stabbed the other day. I was going through the motions. I was going through a lot of shit, and I didn't have time to sit back and write a high note. Now, when I got back up north there from down south, Holmes, now it was a little bit different where I had the time to really kick back and kind of correspond. And one of my primas hooked me up with the homegirl and her prima on the other side, right? And I thought I was big in the mix. Orale, I'm going to play ball. I'm going to write this one, but I'm going to write this one. Little did I know they were best friends. Boop, 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 boop. Wah, wah. Right? I got busted. Right? I got busted. Of course, I had to play Russian roulette. Which one do I let go? Which one do I fire off? And I fired off, and both the bullets came out at the same time. They both left my ass, right? But of course, man, I was a youngster, and I was just playing the game like the game was intended to be played, and it was what it was. I ended up with nobody. I got out, and quickly and quite viciously did I find someone else, and I was in it to win it. That's just what it was. But there's a lot of different situations. The number one thing is to find you a good, wholesome woman, right? A real one. One that's not only your hyena, your lover, your chick, but your friend, right? Someone that really cares for you and loves you unconditionally, and that will stand by your side whether you're a villain and you're out there chilling and killing and doing what you're willing and dealing, and then you get incarcerated. They know that comes with that life, and they stand for you and take care of your children. Those are the ones you want, right? But those are the ones you also don't want to leave. So you have to think about that when you're out there making those choices. Do you really want your hyena in this vicious world around a bunch of motherfucking gangsters, bro? Motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about you or anything that you claim or anything that you're involved in, that will slide in her DM in the PM and make it happen, right, Captain? There's a lot of them. Guys take it as a challenge. Hey, what's up with your homegirl right there, man? She looking cool and shit. Nah, she got a man. Okay, yeah, that's not what I asked you, right? I said, what's up with her? Well, that's what's up with her. Well, then what's down with her? You know what I mean? Is she down? Yeah, down for what? She got a man. I didn't fucking be. Once again, stop. It was at that exact moment when this whole conversation took a cold twist. You know what I mean? You think she'll give me a mamon? You know what I mean? This is how motherfuckers are. They don't care. They don't care. And it's a sad thing, But if you leave your hyena unattended, someone's going to attend that prom with her. You know what I mean? It's just what's going to happen. And I've seen many guys incarcerated, like I said, on them phones. Break up to make up, that's all we do. Nah, that's all you do. She done made up with the next vato down the street. You know what I mean? I think his name is Manny, Mo, or Jack. You know what I mean? She's getting pet, boy. It's just what it is. So you have to think before you make those moves and before you're out there really getting involved in the gang life or the gangster shit or criminal activities, if that's really for you, man, if you really want to live your diamond out there in the rough, because it's rough out there, But at the end of the day, the choice is totally up to you. I'm not here to promote you fucking dissuading you from anything that you choose to do, man. That's your life. You got to live it. I'm just saying, if you're going to live it, man, make sure you knock a real one if you're going to have a hyena. I myself never had hyenas while I was locked up. I always tried to shake and bake. I remember getting locked up in Tracy, and I did have a hyena at that time. And I picked up 4 years, and I told her, you know what? This is the end of the road, boys to men. You know what I mean? This is where we come to the end of the road. It's time for you to go out there. I'm not going to hold you back, and you're definitely not going to play a one-track mind on my head and have me all jacked up. She was already having me jacked up out there, so I know in there it was going to be worse. So it hurt. It hurt, but time heals all wounds, and I had plenty of that, right? So she said, okay, that's cool. And she still corresponded with me. She still wrote me letters and sent me pictures, a little bit of feria here and there, but she did it at a distance. We knew that there was no obligations there, and I wasn't tripping. I was so involved, active at that time of what was going on with the homies around me that I really didn't have the time to focus on a hyena that was out there fucking getting smacked on by every dude on the block. And I knew that was happening. So what happens is she ends up writing me a letter, sending me some pictures, and it's cool, you know. It felt good to, you know, have a little taste of the outside. And I'm in Tracy, and I'm chilling with the homeboy Puppet from Sakura. He's my celly. And I get this letra, and he's like, hey, bro, fucking, I think your chick wrote you again, right? The fucking letra smells good. Well, it smelled like her, but it wasn't her, right? It was her new old man. And he just happened to be a homie, too. From my neighborhood, a youngster. I'm not going to put his name out there, man, because the little baboso still thinks he's tough, man. I'm going to let him live as long as he can, you know, before they catch up to him. But he tells me, hey, bro, I don't appreciate you getting at my Heine Holmes. Whoop-de-whoop, wop-de-wop, man. When I see you, bro, it's going to be a rather momentous occasion. I said, yeah, sharp one, right? He said, you don't have to fucking write me back, Holmes. There's no way for us to fuck. There's no reason for us to talk past this, right? I appreciate you not writing my Heine. Well, first of all, that was my Heine. Yes, I gave her the kick to the curb, Holmes, but that was at my discretion, right? Now, secondly, so she was only available for you because I let her be available for you. Now, I mean, she might have sucked the dick way on the late night, but she would only did that if I had told her to, or she probably would have did that anyways. But anyways, I wouldn't have known about it. But him writing me this letter, I felt disrespected. You're my little homeboy from my neighborhood, Holmes. It's bros before hoes, boats and hoes. Boats and hoes, right? You're supposed to fucking be with the boat, Holmes. Sailing, not with the hoe, man. Failing, right? But he decided he wanted to be with her and do that and live that lifestyle, right? Of course, they're not together anymore. She's on her 10th or 11th guy since him and 9th kid. But he fell for that evil plan, bro. And he went and did that. And I felt some type of way because the little homie was talking about, well, there's no reason for us. Homie, you should be writing me. I'm your big homeboy. You should be writing me, sending me fatty. Y'all taking care of me, Holmes. Whatever happened to the homie love? Nah, Charlie, don't write my chick. And it was what it was, man. Like I said, let bygones be bygones or just let it go bye-bye. And that's what I did. You know, so every different situation, man, with women that are waiting on guys that are incarcerated, it's a cold game, you know. Some will wait and be faithful and they're strong. You know, don't think that there's not guys trying to get at them because they are. They're trying to, like I said, they're trying to really slide in. And then there's some men that are just out there wiggling. The wiggle, menudo, right? The wiggle is real, and you're going to get out, and when you go downtown Julie Brown, it's not going to be a Julie. You know what I mean? It's going to be downtown Julio Brown, and you're going to be like, fuck, what was that? You know what I mean? Something funny. Anyways, man, I hope you move fast with a purpose. I hope you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about hustling out there for your family. Please hit that like and subscribe. If you don't like it, then do one of these. Watch out. Bing, it's that easy. What goes up must come down, you know? Anyways, man, it's all love and respect for the raza. Let's unite this shit. Let's make this shit happen. If you're a woman and your man is in there being locked up, be faithful, man. Be strong. You know, he'll be out someday. And if he's not going to be out someday, you can call on Tyrone. Orale. Bang, bang. The gun.